Alright, welcome to sVIMming with Nash. That's the best name I could come up with. I'm sorry if that doesn't really please you. But, okay, welcome to this short course. I don't think it's going to be a lot of videos, but this course is going to be all about your fingers and giving you ninja skills. Alright, now, if you're here, if you've clicked on the link that brought you to this video, or you found it on YouTube, probably after reading the title of the video, you're here because you want to learn Vim and you want to know what's all the shenanigans with Vim and Emacs and what really is it, or maybe you already know, or maybe you're just, you already know and you're looking for a way to start. So here I am. Whether you know or not, I'm going to go ahead and talk about, first of all, start off this series of videos with a simple explanation of what Vim is. Okay, are you ready? Are you seeing my fingers a lot? Are they clean? I don't know. Okay, so first of all, what is Vim? Okay, let's put it this way. There are two things. Let's put it this way. Let's take an analogy. Say you're moving through a city. Okay, how do you move through a city? How does a normal person move through a city? By walking, and that's what it is. So I can go define walking. And walking basically means move at a regular pace by lifting and setting down each foot. Boring, but that's how you move, right? Now let's talk about something a little more interesting when you're moving across a city. How about parkour? What if I go and write parkour? Okay, so parkour is quite interesting, very much more interesting than walking actually. So parkour is moving rapidly through an area, typically an urban environment, negotiating obstacles by running, jumping, climbing. Alright, just ignore the urban environments and part. It's all about moving rapidly, jumping, running, climbing. You see how much more cooler it is? Think Assassin's Creed here. Just put a video of Assassin's Creed on the screen, that's what it is. Now, if you don't know Vim, and you're programming, what you're doing is you're walking. And if you know Vim, what you do basically is you perform parkour. Let me get into some more scientific and practical details of it, rather than just showing you definitions of stuff. So here I have an old code base open. Okay, so here's what happens. Here's what generally happens. Okay, so here I am in a code in a file that has good amount of code written in it. And now what happens is when you're programming, your fingers, for the most part, rest in the central part of the keyboard. Okay, this is the area where your fingers rest. So when you're coding, when you're writing a function or anything, this is where your fingers rest. But what happens, say, if I want to go to line 7, or if I want to go to some other line or some function in the code base, what you do, for the most part, if you're not very familiar with the shortcuts, and there are a lot of shortcuts for every different editors, we'll go into that later, but for now, what happens is as you're programming and you need to navigate code, what you have to do is you have to move your finger away from the central area of this keyboard. So I'll have to move, okay, there's something on my keyboard. Okay, great. Now, so yeah, where was I? Okay, so when you have to navigate inside code, you have to take your hand away from the central part of the keyboard and move it here to the arrow keys, right? This is what you do. Or what you have to do is take this away and move your hand to the mouse. Here is my mouse. So you move it to the mouse to navigate around the code. And what that does is it kind of breaks the flow, It kind of, when you have to move to the touchpad or this, you are moving your finger away from the central part of the keyboard. And the philosophy of Vim is that, the longer your fingers stay in this part of the keyboard, the more productive you'll be, the faster you'll be able to code without having to move your hands away to the arrow keys or to the mouse. And pros, don't grab mouse while typing. Okay, so again, let me give you an example. All right, so let's say if I'm here, I want to go to line number 48. So what I do is there is line number 48. So I move my finger away. Now another example with Vim. Let's say I want to go to line number 19. So what I do is this, and there I am at line number 19, just like that. What if I want to to go to line number 29? I'm at line number 29. What if I want to go to the first brace? There I am. Okay, what if I want to go ahead and change everything inside of it? There it is, right? It is like parkouring through your code base really fast and really quick. And that's what Vim is about, to keep your fingers on the keyboard while you're writing code, or any type of text for that matter, you know? So again, the analogy that works here is your current level of proness is like walking through a city, but with Vim, it's like parkouring through a city, and it's really cool. And yeah, that's basically what Vim is. Now, while we are talking about Vim, there is another important thing that I want to talk about right now. That is touch typing. Touch typing. Have you heard of this term before? Of course, it is typing and not looking at the keyboard. Okay, you're looking at the monitor and you're typing. That's what touch typing is. This is what touch typing is. You know, I'm not looking at my keyboard. My fingers are doing their stuff just based on muscle memory. I'm sorry. So touch typing is important. If you want to learn Vim, touch typing precedes that. Now you might say, hey Nash, I already know touch typing, but you need to really ask yourself, do you? Or is it just a technique that you've, just developed? Is it the real touch typing technique where your fingers, right fingers are hitting the right keys, or it's just your hunting and pecking that you have used for so long that, you can just type without looking at the keyboard now? Now, the question here arises, like I mentioned, touch typing is important if you want to go ahead and venture into Vim. So the question here is now, what if I don't know touch typing? Can I still follow these videos and learn Vim? Well, of course you can. I would recommend that you learn touch typing and then go to Vim. But if you are typing pretty good at a good speed without looking at the keyboard, yes, you can follow the course. And throughout the videos, I'll always be nudging you to learn touch typing. So you might pick it up from there and listen to me and start to learn touch typing. And I have a very good resource on touch typing. There is a blog that I have written. Let me bring that up. How to begin touch typing and why. I wrote this 4 years ago, and it's still very much effective. And you'll find a link to it in the description box below. And at the end of this video, I hope you know what Vim is, right? And why you should learn it. In the next couple of videos, I'll be showing you my top most used commands, and how to get yourself more comfortable while using Vim, and how to completely disregard, or how to completely stray away, I don't know the exact word, how to not move your hands away from the central part of the keyboard and just code like a real pro. And this also really increases productivity. And there are more upsides to it, like if every editor, almost every code editor now has a Vim plugin, so you don't have to remember a bunch of shortcuts for each of them. It's just one Vim. Vim, everything. So I hope that's clear, and I'll see you in the next video. How about that? Okay, I'll see you in the next one right here. Click somewhere. There must be something here. Goodbye. Bye.